Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Lisa, and today's topic is self-love. Really, it's love. We'll get into the self part in a little bit. But in the last video, I talked about what love is to me, my belief. So what that is trust, kindness, respect, and safety. So, in the last video, we talked more about the trust and the kindness, so you can check that out if you would like to. In today's video, I want to talk about respect and safety. So, like I said in the last video, I've been diving into self-love for over a year now, and it was like, oh, self-love, that's easy. And then I just opened a whole can of worms, and I just keep getting deeper and deeper. And one of the main questions I had whenever I first started on this journey was like, what is respect? And it's still like, there's the dictionary. I just saw a bird fly by. Makes me happy. The dictionary's version, and then other people have versions too. But to me, respect is like knowing the inherent value of yourself and others and everything. Like, everything has value because it's here. If you're breathing, you're valuable. Like, even if you do nothing but breathe, like, the trees need that. And I'm sure it sends butterfly effects of other things too. But we have inherent value. Everybody does. So everybody deserves respect. Respect is valuing something for what it is. Not trying to change it, not trying to make it like you or any other different way than what it is. Like, you can value another opinion. You can listen to other opinions to gain understanding of where other people are. And that, to me, is respect. So when we're talking about self-respect, are we spending time listening to ourselves? How are we feeling? Like, listen to that. What is it trying to tell you? How can you better understand what it's trying to tell you? Be curious about it, Whenever you're having a strong emotion, get in there and be curious about it. Be respectful to yourself. See that you are valuable, your emotions are valuable, and get curious. What is it trying to tell you? I think a lot of the times we get these emotions or anything that we don't want, like somebody else's opinion that we may or may not agree with, or an emotion that we don't want. Like, we don't respect that sometimes. Sometimes we try and shove it away, make it something that it's not, make it be better, make it go away. But that's not being respectful. That's not valuing whatever it may be for what it is. So to be honest about what it is, and then listen to it, hear it out, try and understand it. And that, to me, is respect. Let me know. I'm very curious because I don't feel like my definition is like the best definition ever, but I'd be curious to know if you guys have any input that I can add to my mind on respect. And then the last part of love to me is safety. And I think safety really comes as a result of trusting being kind, and being respectful. So whenever I initially had, another bird just flew by me. They're cardinals too, I love it. Whenever I first defined love about a year ago, I had it at trust, kindness, and respect. And then somewhere along the way, I added safety in, because like, even if you have the trust, kindness, and respect, but you don't feel safe either in your own body or in a relationship, I don't think there can be love there. Like, I mean, there can be love, but there's a lot of like fight and flight, unregulated nervous system, because you don't feel safe. Like, when we don't feel safe, our body tends to think that there's like a lion chasing us. And so we go into fight or flight, and we're kind of unconscious in that time. Like, we're just trying to survive. There's no real reflection. You feel like antsy, worried, anxious, like not okay, right? And those feelings aren't love, they're fear-based. And fear is the opposite of love, despite what many people think, which is hate is the opposite of love. I don't believe that. I think fear is the opposite of love. So if you don't feel safe, then you're feeling some sort of fear because you're scared of something, right? And that isn't love. Like, you're not in this joy, peaceful, loving state if you're scared that a lion is chasing you. So, with that, it's hard, it can be hard to feel safe because of past trauma. We replay that a lot in our minds. And actually, like, it's not even just in your mind, like, your body feels it. Like, you can feel the same uneasiness even when something's not happening, just because you think it might happen. Set you off into that fight or flight spiral. So I think to get closer to feeling safe in your body, which, I mean, is really a big goal of mine most of the time, like, I used to worry all the time, especially after I had kids. Like, I can see every way that they're going to die, like, years in advance, and it would stop me from letting them be, like, letting them exist and be kids. And yeah, they can play on the monkey bars, they might fall, we may have to go to the hospital, but it shouldn't stop you from letting them be, letting yourself be. So, starting with trust, being very honest with yourself. Can you trust yourself? Like, do you know what your truth is? What is your truth? You don't have to tell anybody else, but be honest with yourself. All right? Hold your boundaries. If you don't want to do something, you know, or if people are causing you pain, like, hold those boundaries. You don't have to put yourself in those positions. Trust yourself. Once you learn to trust yourself and you know that you can count on yourself to be there for yourself, you begin to feel a little safer. Like, hey, I got me. It's gonna be okay, you know? And then kindness, like, if we're bashing ourselves all day, every day, is that a safe place? Like, would you expect any of your friends or family to stay around you if all you did was tell them what an idiot they are and how they should have done this better and how that really sucked? And, you know, like, no self-loving person would stay around for that. So, like, whenever you're so unkind to yourself, and for me, it was for so many years, like, I feel like my soul just was like, peace, bro. Like, I can't be in here with you bashing me like this. Like, your soul is this love, pure energy, full of peace and joy, and that's what's in you. But if your mind is telling it, hey, you suck all the time, it's like, bro, I gotta get out of here. Like, I don't feel safe, right? And then respect. After you start trusting yourself, being honest with yourself, being kind to yourself, and take note that it took me so long. Like, first it was just being aware of whenever I was being unkind to myself. And then it started to, like, okay, I see that I just did that. Now stop. What's actually true? You know? Like, yeah, I made a mistake. Okay, what can I learn from it? Right? It's not like you suck, you're an idiot, you deserve to die sort of thing, right? You start listening to yourself, listening to these emotions inside of you, respecting yourself, valuing yourself. And then you start getting glimpses of feeling safe. And not only are you feeling safe, you're also trusting yourself, you're being kind to yourself, being your best friend instead of your worst enemy, respecting yourself. You deserve all of this just because you're breathing, just because you've been created here. You know, the Creator doesn't make mistakes, so you are not a mistake. You're not broken. You're not a piece of crap. I'm saying this because this is like what goes on for me a lot of the time. So, yeah, safety and respect. Respect yourself. And you'll feel safe. You feel grounded, like you belong wherever you are. If you're alone, fine. If you're with people, fine. It's no longer like, hey, I need to please them. It's, hey, how am I feeling? What do I need right now? You know, like, if I'm feeling a certain way, why? Let's be honest with myself. Listen, respect myself, value myself. And that's some good stuff right there. So, to me, love is a combination of trust, kindness, respect, and safety. And although there can be love, like you can have a loving relationship with somebody, and you know, some of these components aren't always there because none of us really, I mean, some of us may be completely enlightened, but a lot of the times we slip into our unconsciousness. As Eckhart Tolle says, the pain body. So when we're being unkind, it is the pain body. Another bird went by. The cardinals have a nest over here. It's so awesome. So when somebody is not being loving to you, it isn't because they're not made of love, just like you and I and everybody else. It's because of trauma and conditioning and crappy beliefs that have been instilled inside of all of us that keep us unconscious, keep us in the pain body, keep that trauma alive. That trigger is still electrified, which causes people to act in fight and flight, right? So I don't want to say that, you know, if you're not kind, not trustworthy, not respectful, or or safe, that you can't have love or be in a loving relationship or love yourself. It's clearing all of that that's been instilled into us that's not love. Because I do truly believe at our core, every single one of us, and probably the plants and animals too, are just this pure love, which is trust, kindness, respect, and safety. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Bye.